My name is Jay Brody. I'm with the B team here on 102.1 The Edge, and we're real excited to have with us right now Grabbitz. He's got a brand new single, Pigs in the Sky. You might have heard him with Rez recently. We've played this song a lot, and it's amazing. #1 in Canada, Someone Else. Grabbitz, good morning.
Good morning, dude. First, before we even start, I just want to thank you for your support last year and pushing the record so hard and getting it to #1. And it just went gold recently. Just couldn't thank you enough. So I really appreciate all the support.
It's a great tune. We're happy to play it. And you were just nominated for a Juno, you and Rez, for Someone Else. What's it like to be nominated for a Canadian award, a Canadian music award?
Sometimes
being from Buffalo.
I feel like I'm Canadian since I'm from Buffalo. I'm so close to you guys. I mean, Toronto's one of my favorite places. A lot of people even tell me that I speak in a Canadian dialect. It's just so close. I mean, Rez is from Niagara Falls, but I mean, I don't know. It was a great honor, and it's something I've never had or experienced before. So it was incredible, man. And the Canadian artists, Canadian music scene, and artists that come out of Canada it's quite impeccable.
I heard that you got into music over something I think we are both mutually huge fans of, and that's the Buffalo Bills. So I was reading that your first foray into music was when you were just a boy singing the theme song.
Yep. Hey.
It's the Bills Make Me Want to Shout. That's the one, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, I remember being a baby, and my grandpa would always go, hey. My grandpa sang a lot, and I would always mimic him back just because the call and response of the song itself is so fun. And I think I just caught onto the pitch of it somehow. Before I could even talk, I was doing.
Such a great tune, though. Is that what really sparked it for you into music?
I think it was before that, honestly. It was just before I could even remember. I had a fascination with it that I couldn't even describe at the time. I didn't even know. I thought maybe everybody was like that. It just played a huge role. My whole life revolved around it. So it was like going for a car ride or something. It was only the radio that I was thinking about, or if there was a movie on, it was only the music that I was hearing, and it all just revolved around music. So I guess I couldn't really identify it until I started playing around, and then I realized, okay, I have stuff in here that I have to get out.
What was the first band you really gravitated around? What was your first love music-wise?
I grew up it was Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. I guess just the rock scene, just Alice in Chains, Nirvana, all those guys.
And speaking of Nirvana, you have this great cover that I listened to today. You covered All Apologies by Nirvana, and it's just, you got such a mind for music because there's this EDM influence within that cover, such a beautiful blend, and you can hear that in your current day stuff. Let's talk about Pigs in the Sky. This new single just came out this month. Walk us through this song and how it came to be.
It's one of the newer records. It's a pandemic recording, which I guess nowadays it seems so cliche to say, well, I wrote so much music during the pandemic. Most of it's what's going on in the world, and this is crazy. And then you started getting so much of that. Even last year, people were rushing to get songs out, the end of the world and this and that. It is essentially that. It's my take on that, but it's really just a song about truth, man. It's a song about how everyone had to look at themselves a little bit harder once everything happened. And obviously I tried to put a little bit of a fun, lighthearted touch on it just because that's what I like to do.
And you're rapping a bit on this tune, right? That's you have some bars here.
Yeah, I mean it's rap cadences, with a pitch attached to them, I guess, kind of just moving up and down a couple of pitches. I like to do that. I mean, I love rap, I love hip hop. I love the concept of wordplay and intricate rhyme schemes and all of that stuff. So I try and incorporate it as much as I can.
All right, so without further ado, this is Pigs in the Sky, Grabbitz. It's a Sofa Beach session.
Hold up, I got a Lysol. That mood swings like it's got a fucking baseball bat. New streams, I don't really wanna face all that. Bad dreams are worse when you're awake, I'll bet. It's a nightmare life like a movie. They write the screenplay, I write the music. Playing out a role, not knowing how it ends. What if all my enemies turn into my friends? And what if the world is never ever the same? And what if all the money could never buy you a thing? And what if all the songs you never thought you would sing start coming out? And what if the truth that you never wanna face becomes the only flavor you're ever gonna taste? I guess I'm not a stranger to everything erased. What's coming now? Now. What now? What now? And what comes next? Probably pigs in the sky if I had to guess. What now? What now? And what comes next? Probably pigs in the sky if I had to guess. Come on. Shit. And what comes next? Probably pigs in the sky if I had to guess. Woke up, I'm in a loop, I think. Falsehoods pulled down to show a truth, I think. All good, I just put my hands into my sink. Rinse off all the negative and do my thing. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a film, but there's an evil demon getting everybody killed. And all the people screaming, will we make it till the end? Then all of a sudden turns out the demon is your friend. And what if the world is never ever the same? What if all the money could never buy you a thing? What if all the songs you never thought you would sing start coming out? And what if the truth that you never wanna face becomes the only flavor you're ever gonna taste? I guess I'm not a stranger to everything erased. What's coming now? What now? What now? What now? And what comes next? Probably pigs in the sky if I had to guess. What now? Comes next, probably pigs in the sky if I had to guess. And what comes next, probably pigs in the sky if I had to guess.
All right, thank you. That was Pigs in the Sky. Great performance. Thank you so much, Grabbitz. You are I've followed your career for a long time, and I noticed, I was watching an older video, and I noticed Shaquille O'Neal in a video you've done. Yeah. How did that relationship, and this is prior to someone else, but how did that relationship develop?
Funny story. So Shaq started showing the internet that he was into EDM. No one could believe it. He was DJing. It's like, oh my God, Shaq is DJing now. What's going on? And the first video he posted was one of my songs, and he was just jamming to one of my EDM songs.
Wow.
Ballin'. And he was like, baby, I'm ballin', you know? And he loved it. So I just sent him a message, and I'm like, that's my song. I hope you like it. I'm so happy to see that you're jamming to it. And he responded so graciously, like treating me like I was a celebrity.
Yeah.
And just with such warmth. And he was like, you know, I love this song so much. This song, you know, changed everything. I'll do anything for you, man. Like, I got your back. I'm like, wow, okay. So a couple days go by, and I'm like, hey, do you want to be in a music video? You know, like in my music video, here's my number. I got a new song coming out. Like, and then a couple days later, I got a call from an anonymous number. And
yeah.
I was next to my dad. I looked over at my dad. I'm like, this is Shaq. I put Shaquille O'Neal, and went back on the phone. And he said, if we can shoot it this weekend, I'm going to be in LA for my son's basketball game, and I will.
Wow.
And I said, we will shoot it this weekend. And he did. He made no bones about it, dude. He just came. He was very communicative with my manager at the time. He's
Yeah.
like, be there at 12:30. He shows up at 12:30, parks his Escalade, gets out, slapped me up. He's like, let's do this. Let's have fun. Everyone was pretty mind blown at the time, and we had a little routine that we wanted to do and get him in on the party and that kind of stuff. And he just did it. And he was just such a great guy, and he treats everybody so kindly. And he's just the most gracious, warming, welcoming dude.
That's an incredible story, and what a great friendship that's developed. So you've worked with Deadmau5, another great Toronto artist in the EDM world.
Yeah.
How did that relationship come about?
That was also very unique. I was obsessed and still am with his one album. It's so weirdly named. It's like While 1/2 or something, I think. And he got experimental on it. Started putting songs that weren't dance tracks, just guitar, acoustic guitar, just piano. He starts taking these instrumental breaks and just doing this cool stuff. One of them I loved so much that I wrote a song over it. Just wrote like vocals, and I added some drums, and I did whatever, and then I just put it up on SoundCloud. Someone spammed him with it, and he listened to it, and he was like, holy shit, this is really cool. And he just tweeted at me, and he's like, can we finish this? His managers called my managers. They're like, hey, here's the deal. We're doing it right now. We want this song. And it was incredible. He was also so very nice, and he's like, we're not going to take advantage of you. We love this so much, and shoot, man, do whatever you want to do.
Now, you got one more song for us to play, and then I want to talk about it. It's a smash hit. You did this one with an artist also from Toronto named Rez. Here it is. It's Someone Else, Rez and Grabbitz.
Shout out my man Vin DeRosa. I wake up in the bed you made, the one where you're supposed to lay with me. I smell you on the pillowcase, but don't see your face, and that's okay with me. I never thought I'd see the day I'd see you as somebody I could hate. I guess that's just the price I pay for the blood red flags that I walked past every day. Who are you when I'm not looking? You're like an angel sent from hell, despite those eyes that hook me when I'm not looking. You are someone else. Hey, was it me? Did I fly you away? Am I wrong? Are you not who I say? If I call, which one of you will answer anyway? Who are you when I'm not looking? You're like an angel sent from hell, despite those eyes that hook me when I'm not looking. You are someone else. Who are you when I'm not looking? you are someone else.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Tremendous tune. Smash in Canada, #1 here on the Edge throughout the country. How did that come about?
That's fun because I was a Rez fan. I'd really loved some of the really early stuff she was doing, and actually met her backstage at a Dead Mouse Club show in Toronto. So we've known each other, and we've always known of each other, and I've obviously watched her grow, and it's been incredible. And we've always kind of been like, dude, we should do something, maybe a tweet here or there or something like that. And then eventually, a mutual friend of ours, Sean Frank, just linked this up. He was like, hey, you gotta work with Grabbitz, his voice is crazy or whatever. And she's like, yeah, let's do something. Here's a demo that I'm working on. And she sent it to me, and that was it. That was someone else. Like that was the demo. Starts right off. Bum, 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 bum. So then I just worked on it. I added my vocals, and it honestly hasn't changed much since the first bounce out.
So you get the her side of it is what, the instrumental, and then or does she have any lyrics on it? Because the lyrics are such a big part of that song as well. Do you write those?
Well, yeah. So the lyrics actually came from a session that I had done with a friend of mine, Alexa. She goes by Love Alexa, and we did a session back in 2018 and wrote this song called Someone Else that was over a much different melody, over a much piano melody. But when I was working on the instrumental and trying to figure out, all right, what am I gonna do and whatever, I started singing that song, and that I called up Alexa. I was like, do you mind if I try laying that vocal from that other song onto this? And she was like, no, go ahead. Laid it, and it just fit.
Wow, what an amazing story. Did you always know you would get to this point where you'd have a #1 hit record, a gold album, nominated for awards, radio play, buzz? When you're in that room years ago, did you know this would happen? Or
I don't know. I always knew something was going to happen, because I always knew that till the day I'm dead, I'm going to be doing this. I knew that I'd never quit or take up something else. I at least knew that. So
yeah.
I guess my hopes were very high, and they still are very high for the amount of people that I can someday share my music with. It hasn't really changed.
That's amazing. Listen, thank you so much for your time today. Pigs in the Sky is the new single. Is there an album attached to this, or what do we know? What can you talk about?
I don't know if I'm able to talk about it yet, but like any of my core fans know that I got tunes lined up, and definitely be expecting an album. I don't know if they want me to say that or not, but like,
I imagine there's an album. Yeah, there's so we can't name it. We can't say when it's coming out.
Yeah.
But Pigs in the Sky's out right now, and that's, I guess, a first taste. Can you answer this? Will Pigs in the Sky be on the eventual album?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's fantastic. Grabbitz. If you go to grabbitzmusic.com to learn more about you, anywhere else people can follow you, anything you want to say before we finish off?
Thank you for having me, and I'm just so appreciative of all your support and helping getting my music to people in Canada and in Toronto. And I guess the one thing is just that this is all a part of something much bigger, this song. So I guess without giving too much away, there's just a lot of really cool creative things coming that are things I've always dreamed of doing. So if you're a fan of mine,
oh boy.
Right.
I want to ask you more, but I know I shouldn't. And I appreciate your time already. So thank you. And listen, when you have more to share, I hope you get to share it with us again. And when the borders are open, I would love for you to come on down to Sugar Beach and perform for us here.
That'd be great. I'll be down there the second the borders open. I'll be in Toronto anyway, just kicking it. So we'll do something.
Maybe see you at a Bills game one day. I will be I will be out there as well. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Jay.